Hello and welcome to the Big Decision 2026. I'm Omar Bellotti, Head of News at Raw, and one of your co-hosts for this evening.
And I'm Sophia Skandaris, Program Controller here at Raw, and I'll be helping Olmo cover the big decision tonight.
After a long week of campaigning, questions and debate, the votes have been counted, and over the next couple of hours, we will be revealing the results of this year's spring election and who your next student officer team will be.
This evening, we'll announce both your new part-time and full-time officers, chatting to each one of the winners and some of this year's standing officers, as well as revealing the count of each of this week's votes. All of this will culminate with the announcement of your next student union president just after 8 o'clock.
We're coming to you live from the Dirty Duck on both YouTube and the Piazza big screen, I think, maybe. You can keep an eye on results on the Raw Instagram throughout the night. So yeah, check on that if you need any details.
This is certainly a big occasion. As we can see, there's lots of people here. The Student Union does so much for everyone on campus here at Warwick, and the officers elected this evening will all play a massive role in ensuring your time at university goes smoothly.
These officers, they're responsible for everything, from liaising with the university to protect student rights, to funding your sports clubs and societies, as well as championing campaigns such as the Tackle Hate Project and End Period Poverty Movement.
So let's get into it. We're going to get the evening going with the first group of the representatives, starting with our part-time officers.
These officers represent students within our liberation communities and by raising awareness and lobbying campaigns for the Student Union.
They aim to make changes in the interest of marginalised students at Warwick, all whilst unpaid and continuing full-time with their degrees.
They often sit on the, they also sit on the students' diversity and liberation committees and are full voting members of the Student Council, giving them considerable influence over the SU.
Tonight, we're resulting the results of 5 part-time officers.
These are the Widening Participation Officer, Environment and Ethics Officer, LGBTQIA+ Officer, the Women's Officer, and the Officer for Ethnic Minorities.
The posts of Disability Officer and Trans Officer will be reopened for nominations in summer by-elections, but we will be having a chat with our current Ethics Officer and one of the Disability Officers, Ruby Deacon, so they can tell us more about what they've been up to in the SU this year. The first role to be announced tonight is the Widening Participation Officer.
This officer represents students from less advantaged socioeconomic backgrounds and those from areas where there's a low progression to higher education in their community, as well as students that are first in the family to attend university or care leavers and young carers.
As part of this role, the Widening Participation Officer co-chairs the university's Widening Participation Student Advisory Group and becomes an exec member of the Widening Participation Students Association.
The candidates are Eden El-Hashaha, Humara Patel, Mia Matu, Faye McPato, and is also running together with Mafi Quinn. And your Widening Participation Officer for the coming year is, drum roll, Eden El-Hashaha. Congratulations, Ethan, you come to the stage. Oh, sorry, Ethan can't make it tonight. Sorry. Slip of the mind, but we wish her congratulations. And yeah, that is your new WP officer for the next academic year.
So congratulations to Eden. It sounds like there's some exciting things ahead. But now we're going to have our interview with the current Ethics and Environment Officer, Helena Radcliffe, who is currently working with the SU.
Hi Helena, thank you so much for joining us. How have you found this role? Obviously you've been Ethics and Environment Officer this year. What are you proud to have achieved in your time in office? What can you look back on fondly?
Yeah,
I've had a really great year. I think there's a lot I've been doing. But recently, I'm most proud of developing an AI policy which looks at kind of the ethical and environmental aspects of AI. They're often overlooked. And I think it's really important that the university is considering this in their future policy making. So I've been influencing on that. And yeah, that's the highlight of recently, for sure. Yeah,
that's good work. Are there any sort of schemes or initiatives you've started this year that you'd sort of be keen for officers that sort of follow you to keep going? Anything you want to sort of continue?
Yeah, so the main thing I've been doing is the community fridge, which is in the chemistry building. But I'm really looking to expand that to the SU this year or next year. Obviously, I still have 3 months left or so in the role.
Make the most of it.
Yeah, hopefully I can get that done. But yeah, I think it's just a really important initiative, giving literally free food to any students or staff that need it on campus. So yeah, I think really important.
What do you wish you could have known when you started in the role? Is there anything that you sort of wish the officer before you could have told you and that you plan on telling whoever wins tonight?
Yeah, I think my main advice is just like make sure you're getting involved in like existing student campaigns that are already happening on campus. So like there's so much like climate activism already going on, like Climate Justice Society, and then there's also a massive sustainability team like in the department that like I think it's really important that SU is connecting with like the uni level teams and like existing structures just to really like help your campaigns like take off. So yeah.
Wise words.
Yeah.
Finally, one stupid question. If you could only eat at one food outlet at the uni for the rest of your time at Warwick, which outlet would it be?
I'm going to have to say Dirty Duck.
Wow.
I'm here right now, and I think you've
Fair
got to
enough.
say it. The chips are banging, like, yeah.
Thank you so much.
No worries, thank
this
you.
is this year's Current Environment and Ethics Officer,
Thank you.
Eleanor.
Thank you.
Okay, right. Next up, we have the Environment and Ethics Officer. They will be responsible for environment and ethics at the university, so promoting sustainability and making sure the SU pursues sustainable practices and keeps things as students would want it to be, so maintaining sort of collective and sustainable practices.
One of the notable things that the Environment and Ethical Officer did this year was Green Week organisation, which happened during week 3 of this term. Some events that you may have noticed were litter picking activities and also some big talks from external speakers, an interview that happened with radio itself, and also many other Green Week initiatives that happened this year. The other thing that they do is that they also promote kind of sustainable university practices through both the committees, but also through interacting with students and societies, such as our kind of net zero societies and general educational societies.
They also contribute to the society's ethical and sustainability environment fund, as well as running their own campaigns relating to environmental and ethical issues.
The candidates for the Environment and Ethical Officer are Laura Pia Nunes, Shen Yi Ya, Sanyada Joba, Mariru Panayotu, Philip Niora, and Mariam Ahmed, running together with Taran Talbot. So this was one of our most competitive part-time officer roles that we've had this coming year. And the Ethics and Environment Officer for the coming year is coming up soon. Okay. The Ethics and Environment Officer for the coming year is Marilu Panayode. Congratulations to Marilu, and when she makes it here, she can come on stage and give us a speech.
Congratulations, Marilu. Go to the women's officer.
elected. Every single candidate was exceptional and they had amazing ideas, and I'd love to work with them as well. Even though they didn't get elected, I'd like for you to applaud for them because they were amazing. I'm so thrilled to make the university green. I have a lot of ideas, and I'm actually so happy right now. You can't believe it, I'm shaking. Thank you so much.
Next up, we will be announcing our women's officers. In this role, the officer will be responsible for representing all self-defining female students and for raising awareness of and addressing issues faced by female students in the SU and the university.
The candidates are Rushi Tiku, Zoe Holloway, Isabella Link, and Polly Davies. And your women's officer for the next academic year is Zoe Holloway. Congratulations. Come up on stage and give us your speech.
Hello everyone. Thank you very much. I didn't know I was going to have to say anything, but I'm really excited to represent all of the women at Warwick. So thank you very much.
Congratulations again to Zoe for winning Women's Officer. Next up, we have LGBTQIA Officer. And the LGBTQIA plus officer is very important for representing all of the members of the LGBTQIA plus community on campus, particularly as we have Pride Week that's at the end of term 3 and various different other events. Such as with the special LGBTQIA like club nights in the SU and other programs that help with inclusivity. We also have programs for protecting people with certain characteristics and just having a general place for advice and speaking to and someone to talk on their behalf on campus. They're responsible for representing all of the self-defining students within the SU and also for planning a lot of the events, so not just in particular the Pride Week, but also other events to help people feel more included and also work within societies for these sorts of things, particularly with welfare officers, etc.
They also work very closely with societies like Warwick Pride and Plan to help support these students and make sure they feel included and a part of a community. So the SU collaborates with societies to help support these students.
Unfortunately, this year we haven't had a trans officer who's been voted in yet. So for the time being, we just have an LGBTQIA plus officer. But in general, they work very closely together to make sure that on the university front, there's also a lot of advice given from the student base. In previous years, we've seen government changes, legislation changes, for which the university wants to respond to. And it is in those times in particular where the student representatives, both the trans officer and the LGBTQIA LGBTQIA plus officer speaks to the executive board and to department heads, etc., for making educational course planning more inclusive, so history programs, etc., making them more inclusive, but also to respond to certain legislative changes countrywide that could potentially disadvantage these sorts of students.
And the winning candidate for this year's LGBTQIA plus officer is Willow Brown. Congratulations, Willow. If you'd like to come and join us on stage when you're ready. Welcome, Willow.
I just want to say thank you to everybody who's voted for me today. I wasn't told I could do a speech, so I'm not really sure what to say. But thank you, and I hope we can make the SU gay again next year.
Congratulations to Willow Brown once again. And now we have with us for a quick chat the current Disabilities Officer, Ruby Deakin. Thank you for coming on, Ruby.
Hi, Ruby.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us
Thanks for
today.
having me.
How are you feeling? How are you feeling on this big decision in the Dirty Duck?
Yeah, good. Really nervous, but we'll see how the rest of the night pans out.
So how have you found this last year in the role? Was it what you were expecting campaigning last year?
Yeah, I think so. It's been a really good 7 months so far. We've still got like 3 or 4 months left. We've done a lot of really good work. Some highlights, kind of setting up the Disability Council, which is kind of comprised of lots of exec members from different disability societies across the university. We've done a lot of kind of building on resources for students, making sure that first-year students know how to kind of navigate the very complicated world of accessing wellbeing services and other things across the university. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff done, but still got quite a lot left to do for the rest of the year. Yeah.
And for any students who are here who may be disabled, may be interested, how would you get involved in the Disability Council?
So I think getting involved in the disability societies is kind of the main thing that's really important to do. We've got Autism at Warwick, we've got Warwick Enable, Warwick ADHD Society, and there are loads of other outlets across the university for getting involved in kind of disability advocacy stuff, whether that be in SSLCs for different departments and lots of other areas as well. So.
And of course, disabled people face massive day-to-day struggles that able-bodied people don't realise. What do you think are the biggest challenges that are faced by disabled students at Warwick or maybe at universities in general?
I think we still have a very long way to go before lots of departments kind of understand the challenges that are faced by disabled students, and we're kind of doing a lot of work to try and get departments to kind of recognise our struggles and do more than just kind of the bare minimum requirements. I mean, so often, so many students have to go so far out of their way to kind of advocate for their own rights and to be kind of recognised and acknowledged. So we're wanting to put some really good work in place where students kind of are accommodated from the start when they get here, and set in place like baseline inclusion standards for all students. So it's a lot easier and people don't have to go so far out of their way to kind of juggle disability rights advocacy and their own kind of lives at university.
Absolutely, and of course, this last year, this academic year, you have spent the time balancing your degree as well as your part-time officer roles. For those who don't know, part-time officers do their degrees alongside their role. Do you think that in future part-time officers should be paid a salary for their roles in the same way full-time officers are?
Yeah.
Or maybe do their degree part-time?
Absolutely. I think, remuneration is something that a lot of us are very, very pro. I think at times it's felt like being a part-time officer is as much of a full-time job, and finding ways to balance that alongside my degree has been quite difficult. But yeah, absolutely. I think all of us agree that we should be kind of compensated for that and should be paid. I know there's kind of legal logistical issues with that, but I think the work is in place and we're going to hopefully get there.
And of course, we didn't have anyone run for disability officer this year. What would you say to people who might want to run in future, like for the coming up elections?
Yeah, I think it's just a fantastic opportunity to do kind of so much work for and advocate for disabled students, and it's really important to have someone in this role. So if anyone is considering it, absolutely do go for it. Yeah.
And this is a bit of a silly question, but it's a would you rather. Would you rather never go to Circle again or have to spend 24 hours of every week stuck on floor 5 of the library?
As much as I love circling, I'd probably say never go circle again. I have ADHD. I think spending that long in the library every week would just, not be so great for me. But yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming to chat with us. It's been great having you on. And hopefully we'll also have you on when we talk about the next disability officer in the summer elections.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Thank you, Ruby. It sounds like you got up to some fantastic work, and yeah, to be fair, I'd rather stay in the library as well. Right, next up, we have our final part-time offer to position to announce, and it's for ethnic minorities.
The Ethnic Minorities Officer represents all self-defining ethnic minority students and are responsible for raising awareness of and addressing issues faced by ethnic minority students in the SU and the university and lobbying for change to that effect.
They also are at the forefront of the SU's anti-racism campaigning in all forms and work to raise awareness to these efforts.
The candidates are Safia Patel, Zara Talga, and Zainab Ulhaq. And your Ethnic Minorities Officer is, if we can get a drum roll, please. The next Ethnic Minorities Officer for the next academic year is Zainab Ulhaq. Congratulations! And come join us on stage when you can.
Thank you so much. I'm actually here because of you guys. And also thank you to my campaigns team. I hope you're watching this in the prayer hall right now while you break your fast. I'm dying to eat as well. But thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate it. And I hope I can do everyone proud as Ethnic Minorities Officer. Thank you.
Thank you, Zainab, and congratulations once again. We'll shortly be moving on to announcing all of our full-time officers for the next year.
But in the meantime, we're going to go to a quick break. So grab yourself a drink or some food and make sure to join us back to hear who is going to be heading up your full-time officer team for the next year.
Very, very shortly. Thank you very much. announce the names of our winning full-time officers.
These officers will be working on your behalf to represent you through the next academic year, lobbying and campaigning to the university and more widely throughout the community to deliver for you the best student experience.
If you're watching the stream, I hope you're enjoying so far. And if you're in the dock, I promise it will be moved much more swiftly from now on, and we'll get to the all-important full-time officers.
First up tonight, we will be announcing the Vice President for Societies.
Very, very, very shortly. In the meantime, the Vice President for Societies is responsible for supporting and guiding hundreds of societies here at Warwick, helping execs with the decision-making, budgets and training, whilst helping to develop and promote their events.
They will also be responsible for the running of the Societies Fair, and notably this year, of course, we had 2 Societies Fair, which hasn't happened in the past, so that's one of the things that we have seen from our head of societies.
Okay, the results will be announced very, very shortly. Bear with us for 2 minutes. We're going to go to a quick music break. No, we're not. The result is the winner for VP SOX 2026 is Adam Skrimowski. Join us on the stage when you're ready.
Speech, but thank you for electing me. Massive shout out to Ash, shout out to Alfie, who I don't think is here, for helping out, and anyone else who helped out with the campaign. And most of all, shout out to Addy and Ben, who also ran, who did an amazing campaign. It was so good, couldn't have wished for anyone better to run against. And thank you for everyone for believing in me, to give me another year of this. It's been a fantastic 7 months so far, and I can't wait to do another year and a half now. Thank you.
And now we would like to invite our current VP for Societies and the elect VP for Societies for an interview on the couch. That is the disadvantage of winning again.
Congratulations. Well done. Again? 2 times. I know it's been a long week leading up to this moment, but you're finally here. How do you plan on celebrating tonight?
I haven't thought about that yet because probably drinking. I don't know. I might not dye my hair again, but maybe I will if someone tries to convince me.
I'm hearing shouts from do it from the crowd. How did you find the atmosphere this campaign week?
It's been amazing. I mean, as I said, Addy and Ben were amazing. It was great just chatting throughout the week. The atmospheres have been incredible, other than a couple of days of terrible weather that kept trying. Monday night we had estates taking our posters. Tuesday night we had the weather taking our posters. But it's been amazing, and everyone's been fantastic. So.
What do you enjoy about sort of campaigning? Do you find that you sort of get to experience university and sort of meet different types of students in a way that you ordinarily sort of maybe wouldn't?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the big thing that's really surprising is when you go around and talk to people, and like everyone's so friendly, or like it's terrifying. But then you talk to them, and people do want to support you, do want to vote and take part.
Bit of a stupid question, but what about the role are you most excited for? Or what are you looking forward to continue next year that you've enjoyed sort of over the past sort of 8 months?
Well, just celebrating societies is amazing. And the things that everyone gets up to are amazing. I think we have one of the most active society scenes in the country here. Yeah. Like we've got more external speaker forms than anyone else. And I think I'm really excited to see where we can take it and how we can build on this to really bring the support that societies need.
Whilst you were campaigning, was there anything when you were out and about talking to people that was raised that perhaps you hadn't ordinarily thought of? Was there any sort of light bulb moment you thought, oh my God, I should have thought of that so long ago?
Not really.
Oh, you know it all?
No.
Fair enough.
No, last year people were giving me all sorts of comments, but this year...
Yeah, I thought if you're out and about you get advice.
Really not, no.
Okay, fair enough. Finally, last but not least, what karaoke song, if you had to, if you were forced up there, what would your song be to celebrate tonight? I'm hearing shouts of angels from Louis.
Yeah, why not?
Angels?
Let's go for
Fantastic.
Angels.
Thank you. Your new VP for Socks, Adam. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Olmo, and congratulations again to Adam. Up next is the Vice President for Sports, and we're going to do our interview now. We're going to do our interview after a quick music break with our current Vice President for Sports, Louis.
See you in a minute.
current VP of Sports, who has been VP of Sports for the last 2 academic years. Louis is here, and Olmo will be interviewing him.
Hi, Louis. Thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure.
You've been in the role, as Sophia said, for the past 2 years. What have you enjoyed about it? What made you stay on for that whole second year? What didn't put you off the first time?
I'm biased, I know, but it is just the most amazing job in the world. I think particularly with sport, like the community we have here around sport and teamwork is just amazing. And it's been a really happy place for me. I've loved playing sport here. I've loved being involved in sport here. I've loved being around sport here. So yeah, the opportunity to do another 2 years of that and be at a leadership role within it has been
Couldn't bear to
amazing.
leave. Looking back on varsity this year, your big event as Sports VP, 36th consecutive victory over Coventry, dominant 41-3. I mean, what were your favourite events to watch?
Ooh, really good question.
What were the biggest sort of wins that you saw that you thought, yeah?
The biggest wins. Well, the boys' football team did 9-0. That was rather good fun. But no, I mean the basketball on a Friday night, we got 600 spectators out as well.
I'm seeing fencing in the crowd.
Fencing, waving the logo as well. But yeah, no, basketball on a Friday night was amazing. The fencing, of course, obviously always the best event as well. And the women's rugby, excellent too. Women's rugby, really nice crowd out too.
Top tips. We have a lot of nervous candidates waiting in the wings right now. You've obviously been elected twice. You've done this twice. You know how it feels. What advice do you have for them in this moment?
It is the worst hour of your life. Like, it just is. There's nothing quite like it. But the wait is hopefully going to be worth it. And all four candidates should be really, really proud in the campaigns they've run. I think the quality's been amazing this year, and I've really enjoyed seeing all the campaign videos and stuff coming out. So all four take a huge amount of pride. They've been a huge credit to themselves and to the sporting environment here. Whichever one's successful will do fantastically, and the others will go on to do amazing things too. And
to whoever wins, what advice do you have for them? Is there anything sort of you wish you could, when you started, you've done this 2 years, when you started, is there anything where you're like, oh, I wish I could have been told that, and you're going to pass on yourself?
I think just be really authentic, but the one for me, like, it might sound weird, I was a bit shy when I started, and I just wish I'd
come across.
I know. I just wish I'd gotten out there more. It took me a few months in a row to kind of build that confidence and to get out there. But the moment you do, the moment you realise just how lovely all our execs are, how lovely all our clubs are, they're absolutely fantastic. So yeah, just get out there, go talk to people, go make those connections, build those relationships, because they're absolutely fantastic.
Thank you so much, Louis. Your current VP for Sports in the last 2 years. Music or what? Ben, I need a sign. Okay, our VP for Sports will be announced very, very shortly. It's not on us. We get the results when they come. We're just reading from the bit of paper.
The Sports VP is the public face of sport on campus, working with sports clubs and the members to encourage students to take up sports and help them during professional competitions. They also promote physical and mental well-being and lobby the university to make sports more inclusive and accessible for all.
All right. We're going to get to it. Okay, the candidates are Thomas Starr, Stuart Rance, Hugh Gunton, and Nazra Mehiji. And your new VP for Sports is, drumroll please, Nazra Mehiji. Congratulations, Nazra. If you can come up when you're ready.
Hello. Huge thank yous to everyone who could make this happen. Like, honestly, I just want to make this a full gratitude speech. I want to say a big thank you to my campaign team, to everyone who took the time to vote. Yeah, and thank you all for the support, and I promise you this is a decision you will not regret.
Congratulations again. How are you feeling?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm feeling very empowered right now. Like, it was a very intimidating experience to put myself up as a woman of color and an international student. I am feeling more than fulfilled. Like, fulfilled is an understatement to say that I will be able to represent every student at Warwick within the sports realm.
Absolutely. And what are your goals in terms of your role in having more inclusion in competitions like Bucks, particularly for women and women of color?
Yeah, I'm trying to say that everyone in sport matters. So whether it's through assisting clubs secure sponsorship or assisting them finding coaches, making sure that the small things at work, like your women's only session at the swimming pool is often lifeguarded by a male lifeguard. Small things like that, just, you know, little drops fill up the bucket, and like that, we're gonna make sure everyone has a space at sport in work.
Absolutely. And of course, one of the major things that the VP of Sports covers is varsity.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about varsity next year? Do you think we can take on Coventry Uni for a 34th year in a row?
I think we will always be able to take on Coventry Uni. I'm very excited. I'm someone who enjoys event planning, organization, logistics, all the admin stuff. I quite like it, but I also quite like being present, and I'm very empowered by people. Like people give me energy. Energy gives me energy. Energy rubs off.
And what kind of sports did you get into at Warwick University that led you to campaigning for this?
So I've been playing football since I was 7. Very inspiring to see how big the women's football community is here. I came from Kenya, where it was really difficult for me as a captain to form one team. And we have over 5 teams here. We have enough for more than 5 full teams at Warwick. And I played squash as well. I've been playing badminton, I've been swimming, I've been playing paddle. Just, I guess coming to Warwick and seeing how inspired everyone is to be a part of sport just gave me the courage to sit and stand up this week and run to be your VP of Sport.
And if there was one sport that you could encourage anybody to get into at Warwick, anyone in this room, just try this one sport, what would that sport be?
Squash. Definitely squash. It's very, very good for your rage and stress. And that sound is very therapeutic.
Amazing. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for coming on. Congratulations
Thank
for
you so
winning.
much.
And we
Thank
wish
you.
you like success.
Thank you.
Okay, now we have an interview with 2 of our DAs from this campaign week. Sophia's going to be sitting down, having a chat, seeing what they've been up to this week. Sound like they've been very, very busy.
Thank you very much, Ariane and Seb, for joining us this evening. You've been at the center of all things posters, manifestos, voting slips since Monday. I guess my first question is, have you guys done this before? What year are you in? What made you want to get into this?
We are both first years, so we've never done anything like this before.
Yeah, we're both PPE students, so I think that part of the reason why we were interested was obviously knowing about elections, how elections work here in Warwick, and just getting involved with the community.
And how has it been preparing for voting week? When did this job begin for you guys?
So we started in January actually, planning out for lecture shout-outs, and the main thing at first was the push for nominations, trying to get people to nominate themselves. And it was hard because you were trying to, a lot of people didn't understand how to nominate themselves or what they were nominating themselves for, but I think explaining to some people, and it was cool to see people you've spoke to and then looking at the list of candidates and seeing some candidates who you've spoken to and like told them what the roles are about.
And of course, this is your first time, so what has this voting week been like after all that build-up?
Well, this voting week has been incredibly busy. Very long hours, but very fun as well. It has basically been about raising awareness for the elections and trying to get people to vote. Because like Seb said, not many people are aware that the elections are going on. So this has just looked like going around, handing flyers, talking to people, dressing up as dogs, sharing little benefits that people could get from voting. For example, getting a coffee from Curiosity or potentially winning a duck. So it has been fun. It has been about talking to people and let them know that this is happening.
And why do you believe that this is so important and the SU democracy is so important to university students?
I think it's mainly about representation. Warwick is an incredibly big community, over 30,000 students, and all of them come from very different backgrounds, very different countries. And essentially the SU, the part-time officers, the full-time officers are the ones who shape our students' experience. So we have to make sure that we're involved in this process to make sure that our interests are the one being represented.
And lastly, what would you say to someone thinking about doing it next year? Would you recommend it? Will you be taking on this role next year as well?
I definitely recommend it. When I applied to it, I'll be honest, I didn't know exactly what I was applying to, and it was great. I think I'll be hoping to go for it next year again. It was very fun. It's great. How about yourself?
I would agree with what Steph said. It's been great. It's been great to talk to people, know how the SU works from the inside, how the elections work from the inside. So I would definitely recommend it and would think about applying again.
And of course, one of the big things that we should mention, many people in this room may not know, is this a paid role? Is this kind of like a job within the SU, or is this a volunteering thing?
This is a job within the SU, and it is a paid job. And what I personally like is that it's very flexible. So you tell them your availability, and then they work around it. So honestly, it has been great.
It was, yeah, biggest thing was so flexible. Apart from this week, it was literally whatever you were available for, that's what you get given. There was no pressure to do anything more than what was expected.
So, I mean, I think the key thing that we can take away from this is that this is a really good way to kind of have a job alongside your studies as well. An opportunity a lot of people don't realize exists within the university bubble. I mean, what is it like now being here on stage, seeing the elections happen in real life?
It's been exciting. It's nice to see people so excited, so passionate about what they're doing, people campaign, and really see them reap the rewards of their efforts. You just see people campaigning around all week, talking to people, so it's really nice to see all of the community engagement.
Okay, thank you, Aaron and Seb, for coming on and doing this interview. It's been great talking to both of you and really getting to see the insights of like the SU democracy side of things. But now we're going to press on. I'm going to hand over to Ulmo.
Thank you, Sophia. Thanks, DAs. That was really insightful. Okay, right. Now it is time to announce Warwick SU's new VP for Democracy and Development.
This officer will be responsible for the function of the SU's democracy by helping to initiate and install compliance with the SU's democratic processes and policies.
The candidates are Anmol Pandey and James Varney. And the winning officer is, drumroll please, James Varney. Congratulations, James. Okay, James, make your way to the stage when you're ready. No interview for this or postgraduate.
Shall I just go? Thanks, everyone. Thank you to everyone who supported me, everyone who I've worked with this year and over the last couple of years to deliver this, especially to Lillian and James for delivering the campaign. Thank you to everyone involved in the running of the election, especially the democracy assistants, Celine, Yoda, Louise and Kat, with 6,800 votes. This is the highest turnout since at least 2018 and probably further. My priorities are clear from the manifesto. We can deliver, we can create an unapologetically student-led SU that fights your corner on the student-led SU that fights your corner on rent, the buses, and for liberation. We can create a political students' union that takes strong public stances on key issues, from Palestine and student protest to the cost of living. I'm proud that this election, so far, the students have decisively rejected the divisive politics of conservative and reform-backed candidates. I'm honoured to have been re-elected as your next Vice President for Democracy and Development, and I look forward to working with all the officers team next year. Thanks, everyone.
Congratulations to James Varney.
Congratulations, James. We're going to go to a quick music break now before we announce our VP for Postgrad.
reaching within the student union as well as to local, regional and national organisations.
They act as the contact point for all postgraduate students at the university, ensuring they all feel supported and integrated into university life, no matter what backgrounds and no matter where they're from. And the winner for VP Postgrad this year is, drumroll please, Ronnie Wetton. Congratulations, Ronnie. Come up when you're ready. I can see you. Congratulations, Ronnie. Ronnie's gonna have a speech prepared or not? Speech.
I haven't prepared anything. I just want to first of all thank the entire campaign team, Ellie, Finn, anyone else I'm forgetting, Jacob. Sorry. 3 days before campaigning began, I got some really terrible news, bereavement in the family. This has been one of the greatest experiences of my life. I can't hold it together. I just want to thank everyone that was involved in the campaign. I've come a long way since first year. Yeah. Cheers, everyone. Thank you.
Congratulations again. We can see there's a lot of support for you in the audience today. How are you feeling with all of this?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's really overwhelming. Going into this, it's been a really competitive race. Obviously, so many candidates going into it. It was just a case of whatever will be, will be. I just went for it as best we could.
As a postgraduate student, what's your history here at Warwick? Have you been here for undergraduate, or is this your first year here, going straight in for it?
Yeah, so I did my undergraduate here in Pace, graduated last year, and I'm doing my Masters in International Relations currently. And I threw myself in the deep end with regards to SU stuff this year, and I just tried to do as much as I possibly could. And yeah.
And what was the campaign week like for you?
It was an experience. It was just because I've been involved with campaigns previously, and it's so different when it's you.
And given this was the most competitive full-time officer role up for grabs, how did you find the race? Did you find that the extra number of candidates really put the pressure on?
Yeah, absolutely. There were so many fantastic candidates running. And I just think that I'm so lucky to be sat on this stage right now, to be completely honest.
And what's the first thing you plan to do when you get into office?
Let postgrads sit on multiple forums at the same time.
Oh, okay. Amazing. And, you've got one more year left at Warwick. What is your favourite food establishment on campus?
Has to be the Day Duck. Has to be.
Exactly where we are, guys. Thank you so much for coming, and congratulations on winning.
Thank you, Ronnie. Congratulations once again. Okay, we're going to go to a quick break before we announce the VP for Welfare. Thank you. Congratulations once again, Ronnie. Now we're moving on to the VP for Welfare and Campaigns. They're responsible for leading on policy campaigns to improve student welfare here at Warwick, covering issues like mental health, sexual health, and student accommodation.
They will work with the SU and the university's welfare services to ensure equal opportunity for all students and run and assist student campaigns, especially on liberation issues. And your next student officer for welfare and campaigns is, drumroll please, Harry Paget. Congratulations, and come and join us on stage.
I can see Harry coming through now.
Hi guys. Whoa. Huge thank you to everyone who voted. It was incredibly close, I'll tell you that now. I also just want to say a massive thank you to everyone in my campaign team. My friends worked so hard for me this week, and I can't wait to actually put the things into practice that I've got on my manifesto. And the biggest thank you of all to my campaign manager, Ruby, who has done so much work and is also my co-DSO, disabled part-time officer right now with me. I could not ask for a better person to have worked with so much this year. So, yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Have a nice night.
Congratulations to Harry. You will now be having an interview with Olmo.
Congratulations once again. How are you feeling right now? I imagine there's a lot going on in your head.
Yeah, wow. It was a long wait. I think that's the main thing. Yeah, it's stressful, but I'm happy to have won, so.
How have you found campaign week, sort of building up to this?
Yeah, I mean, campaign week has been amazing. I was going to say up there as well, everyone I campaigned against was so, we had such a really wholesome vibe. The SU said that in the room. Everyone who I campaigned against, they were really, really lovely. And so I'm really grateful for them making it so hard for me to win as well. But yeah, it's been great. Yeah, it was.
You mentioned there's a lot sort of in your manifesto that you mentioned. What are you most looking forward to getting stuck into? What's sort of your first thing you want to do?
I think the first thing to start on is the mental health first responders, because that's going to take the longest, I guess, to kind of get placed into practice. There's lots of kind of hoops to jump through to actually get that to be seen by the university. There are other things on my manifesto that I know, are already starting to roll or are already being talked about, and so something like the mental health first responders is going to need more work, so I should probably start with that.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. Did something happen that sort of inspired you to go into the role, run in the SU elections?
I think it was mostly just, it felt natural for me, considering I've been involved with the SU for a lot of my time at Warwick. Yeah, I think I just really wanted to be able to have a full-time role and actually get a chance to put ideas I have and ideas I know other people have into the job. Yeah. It's something that you can't really do as a part-time officer, because obviously you've got your degree as well. So yeah, I think that's why.
I imagine you've had a tough week campaigning, and I presume you're going to have a big night tonight. Saturday morning. Saturday morning, you wake up. What's the first thing you're going to do to relax when you're free?
I'm working the open day.
Oh my God.
So I'm just hoping I'm not too hungover for that. But we'll see. It doesn't start till 12. I'll be fine.
I'm sure they'll let you off the hook.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Your new VP for Welfare, Harry. Congratulations, Harry. We're going to go to a quick music break now before we announce VP for Education. Thank you so much.
will work to ensure that every student's academic experience is as good as possible, including ensuring that all marginalized and mature students receive equal academic opportunities. They will work through the academic rep system to achieve the positive change to students' learning experience and will raise students' academic issues to the highest level of education.
And the winner for VP Education this year is Raj Hacker. Congratulations, Raj. Come up and give your speech when you're ready.
Thank you. I had some words written down, but I'm probably not going to say any of it. Just thank you to Student Voice team for all the hard work they've done this week. It's incredible. Thank you. Thank you to my opponents. They've all put so much effort in, and I'm looking forward to use their policies and helping it go forward. I really want to thank my family, obviously, and my girlfriend. I love you very much. Thank you to, I'm going to list off a bunch of names, sorry, very quickly. Luke, Estelle, Amy, Eleanor, Otto, Janine, Lily, Mariasha, Luke, again, Helena, Matthew, Mesa, Gwen. Thank you to Olivia, who's in Ireland, who's helped me with the campaign all the way abroad. Gabriel and Holly, Gemma, everybody, just thank you so much. It's means so much to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sivan as well, thank you guys. Everybody, I really appreciate Gemma for the banner, everything. Thank you, thank you.
Congratulations to Raj. We will now hand over to Olmo for you to do your interview.
Trying to get away. Okay, congratulations once again. How are you feeling? Still shocked?
Very shocked, yeah. Very shocked.
You've got a couple of months now before you get started.
Yeah.
What are you sort of planning on doing leading up to role? Is there anything you sort of got in mind to prepare?
My dissertation.
Your dissertation, maybe get that out of the way first.
And holiday, I hope.
Yeah, get some rest in. What part of your manifesto are you most excited to get stuck into? What is sort of your first priority?
Reforming SSLCs. I think there's a lot to do there, and how mid-game circumstances get them better standardized is my plan. I hope I can get better.
Yeah. And I mean, as you said, you got your dissertation to finish.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of students stressed out in term 3.
Yeah.
What advice would you give them to sort of make it through it as VP
I don't know.
This is your job now.
Yeah.
You got to know all your stuff.
Don't stress. I guess you put a lot of work in for the 3 years, and now it's finally paying off, I guess, yeah.
All right, thank you very much. You're new VP for Education.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Olmo, and congratulations to Raj. Now it's almost time to announce who will be Warwick SU's president for the next academic year. But before we can bring you those results, we will have a quick break, and then we'll interview our current president of the SU.
Okay, right now, before we announce the new president, we're going to have an interview with our current president still, by a few minutes, Elijah.
Hi Elijah, very good to see you today. You are going to be the president until August. We've got...
No, people really want me out. I could, like, when we get the new president, I'm happy to kind of give them the lead.
So, of course, you're here today. It's a very eventful night. Before becoming president, what were you most excited about?
I think, as everyone else is, about fixing the SU, and I think we should just keep it a bit broken so people are motivated every year to come and fix it. So I think that, I guess that's what kept me excited.
And what has it been like working with all your other officers? We've, of course, announced all our full-time officers now. What is that like?
I loved it. I think a lot of people had concerns and like there were a lot of speculations and rumors around how this team's going to be. I love this team. I couldn't have hoped for better colleagues. I couldn't have hoped for better teammates. I'm really proud of each and every one of them.
And of course, this is a night of very mixed emotions. Some people are winners and they're feeling on top of the world. Some people unfortunately have lost. What would be your advice to everyone who has run and to people who maybe unfortunately didn't win tonight?
I think, like, I just wanna commend everyone equally. I think every candidate was successful. I think the way they campaigned, the way they engaged, the way they all kind of brought life to this evening. I'm really proud of every candidate, and I wish them all best of luck.
And the last thing is, what is your one piece of advice for the next president, who is going to be announced soon?
I'll just say, just be yourself and stop for nothing. You're the leader.
Absolutely. And if we have one last word from the president, just tell us, what is your favourite order from the Dirty Dog for anyone in this room who hasn't ordered?
Grad burger, but get the upgraded fries, the garlic and parmesan ones. So.
Amazing. So that is our interview with our current president. Thank you so much, Elijah, for coming on. And coming up, we have our announcement for the next president.
Very, very shortly we will announce the president. We don't have that information yet, but it's coming. And as soon as we get it, we will bring it right to you. Bear with us. Quick music break. now it's time for the all-important announcement. SU President for next year, and the candidates are Ollie Chapman, George Waddell, Ilian Benamor, and Alex Preplita. And the winning candidate is, drumroll please, the biggest one of the night, Ollie Chapman. Congratulations, Ollie. Come and join us when you're ready. Ollie Chapman is your new SU president in 5 months. Congratulations, Ollie.
Thank you so much for electing me as your next president of Warwick Students' Union. I want to start by thanking my amazing friends Alicia, Ed, and Ellie for their amazing work over the past 2 weeks. Running a campaign is really hard, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without any of you. Everyone who leafleted for me this week or helped the campaign in any way at all, your time and dedication, this win is just yours as much as it is mine. I also want to thank Ilian and Alex especially for running campaigns with progressive ideas and engaging students throughout this week. Despite some people claiming to be vehemently pro-free speech and debate, you're the only two who actually showed up to question time and spoke to students on the ground. I came to Warwick almost 4 years ago and found it really tough to find anyone who sounded like me, went to a school like mine, or just got what it was like not to come from a wealthy background, but to attend a university like this. To all of those students, present and future, who relate to that, I just got elected to be president of your SU, and I hope that shows that there is a place for you here and that you don't need a private education or very wealthy family to thrive here. I will serve in this role with the utmost dedication to every student, society and club. This is your SU, and I understand the trust which has been placed in me to lead it. Together, we can and will show the far right they're not welcome on our campus. And I'd like to finish my speech with the same words that I did last year, which is that trans rights are human rights, refugees are welcome here, and free Palestine! Thank you! Thank you.
Congratulations again to Ollie for winning President of the SU for 26-27. The energy in here is electric. You've got a lot of support in the room. What does it feel like? You must be on a high.
I feel so overwhelmed. I'm trying to keep it all together because last year when I was interviewed after winning Vice President for Welfare, I really sort of had a bad time in this part of I had an interview and I just sort of was so overwhelmed. I was really nervous, shaken. I had to leave early. So hopefully that doesn't happen this year. But yeah, I'm just so thankful to everyone that voted for me. And as I said in my speech, I don't underestimate the trust that people have put in me to do this role. So just thank you so much to every student at Warwick.
As the main representative of the student body, how are you going to use your position to benefit the student community more wisely?
Well, I really want to keep working at making Warwick a more affordable place, a more affordable campus. As I said throughout the campaign many times, I'm sure people are somewhat bored of hearing it, but my top 4 priority campaigns are very much based in affordability and re-establishing the SU as the home of student campaigns. So I hope I can achieve that by the end of the year. I hope we can have some big wins and that we can especially tell students where we've had these big wins and communicate them and bring students into that. And yeah, I'm just really excited to get started. 4 months' time. Hopefully that's enough time to prepare and let the nerves settle. But yeah, absolutely.
And for all the freshers who will be joining next academic year, you will probably be the first student face that they will meet during Freshers Week in your speech, and you will be an important face for representing students. What are you going to do to approach them over your year as president to make sure that they are all heard?
I'm going to be out and about on campus. I want to be present. I want to be there. I want my face to be known, that people can come and speak to me whenever they need to help with issues. And again, I do want to work on those broad issues, and I think that looks like speaking to the university, ensuring we get a commitment on what the plan's going to look like for first years being housed off campus and who's going to be housed on campus, because the university is taking increasing numbers of students each year, and we need to know where they're going to live. So I'm going to be working at finding out where all these first years are going to be living, hopefully on campus.
And how are you looking forward to working with your other student officers? You've heard all the announcement, you know who your FDO team will be to make positive changes for the students.
I was kind of at the back of the pub when Allegiance was speaking, but I think he mentioned that we've been a really collaborative team this year, and I completely agree. And I want to thank this team this year. We've been amazing. We've stayed as a collective. We've worked as a collective, and hope we can do that until the end of our term. And then for the new FTOs, our team, it's going to be great. We're going to have a great time. I want to make real change, but I want to have a great time by doing it, and whilst doing it. Thank you.
And one last thing. At the end of your term as president, what do you think, what do you want the one word for people to remember you to be?
One word is a challenge.
One phrase.
One phrase.
Yeah.
Utter woke nonsense.
Congratulations again, and thank you for coming on to this interview.
Thank you, everyone.
Your president, Ollie Chapman.
Well, that's it for another year. Congratulations to Ollie Chapman and all of the new officer team. Just before we go, I'd like to thank everyone that's been involved in producing the show tonight. Thank you to Sophia for hosting onside me. Thank you to everyone from Raw that made this happen, to Jack and all the SU operations who've made this happen, and we're so grateful. To the SU Democracy team, to all the candidates. This has been the big decision 2027. I've been Omar Bellotti.
And I've been Sophia Skandaris.
Thank you so much for joining us. Good night.